This segment brought to you by Kansas Corn. Learn more at kscorn.com.
Welcome back. Now let's see what Kyle and Duane are up to today on Plain Talk.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer with Plain Talk, with the man who believes that you should make peace with your past so you don't ruin the present, Duane Toews.
That's kind of in depth for me.
Everybody knows
take
that
a
you
moment
you would never
think about that. Who wants a piece of the past?
Yeah.
Anyway, your fact or fiction question of the day, Kyle Bauer. The official language of Brazil is Portuguese.
Fact.
Attaboy.
We both know a feller that
spends a little time down there.
Didn't speak
It's kind of
Spanish.
fun when he's walking around in a crowd of people and he's FaceTiming an employee down there.
Right, yeah, as a plant
and he's
down
talking in Portuguese, and
Yeah.
everybody's kind of looking at him a little.
kind of give him the wonky
Give him a
eye.
little look and twist of the head there.
Let's just look at each other. The rest
We're
of the
going to
time.
roll it off the cuff.
Best and worst states for doctors.
Doctors.
Okay, now we don't really need to name them, but I want to know what criteria you would have for
What?
a good state if you were a doctor.
Well,
The state of ill people?
I would say a good thing would be highly specialized. So the number of specialists in the state.
Oh, okay.
Being able to
what
specialize.
if you weren't a specialist, though? Would it be
If you weren't?
So it wouldn't be a good state for a doctor? If
Well,
you weren't
no,
a
then it would be,
specialist?
because then the GPs would be hard to find too.
Yeah, so I think you're barking up the wrong tree there, Sunshine.
Well,
If you were a
gave
doctor,
me no prep.
what were the things you would care about? Okay, well, let
work
me-
hours would be important to me.
Okay. The fewer the better?
Yeah.
Or the longer because you can make more. Well, I will tell you, the best state, South Dakota. Number 2, Nebraska. Number 3, Idaho. Number 4, Iowa.
Okay, that's weird to me because
Can't-
I
yeah.
would say those are states where people don't get sick very often
Okay.
because their population density isn't very high.
So you're saying as a doctor you
so-
wouldn't have to work very hard.
but you don't make
Wouldn't
anything
make any money.
if nobody comes
So
in.
I wouldn't think you'd be that focused on the almighty dollar, Duane Toews. I thought
Really?
you would,
How long have I been around you?
I thought you'd be focused more on leisure time. By the way, Kansas is number 7
on
on
best,
good place to be a
best
doctor.
place to be a
Yeah.
doctor.
So I think you're barking in the wrong direction.
I don't know where to
Dog.
bark on this one.
Well,
does
it's-
it say?
Highest average annual wage.
Well, I said
for-
money, and you couldn't believe I said money.
Well, but I think you were going
I was
because
saying
you had a lot of
specialist.
sick people. This
No.
is average wage, not annual salary.
What's the difference?
Well, I think wage is per hour.
Doctors don't work per hour.
They work per person that comes by, and if
That's
you're
not
working
per
in
hour.
If you're working in a hospital, you'd think you're
Cranking
on a
them through.
salary. So why would you crank them if you were working?
No,
in
it's
a-
per person, but that's not per hour.
All right, per person. Okay, you're getting piece cost instead of hourly cost.
Okay.
That's, by the way, it's adjusted for living. And Mississippi is number 1.
Really?
Yes, and that's one of the few times
I-
that Mississippi has
It's been
come
the
out
best
on top.
place for anything.
But number 2 is South Dakota. Number 3 is Iowa, Georgia, and Tennessee. Now,
There's
those
quite
are-
that north central U.S.
Yeah,
area
Georgia
there,
and
though.
Tennessee right
No,
in there.
other than that.
Yeah. Mississippi, Georgia, and Tennessee are in the top 5. And it's
The
right there in
rest
that
of
north
them in the
central.
top 10. You said
Yeah.
Idaho, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Iowa.
Well, we're about
Those
out of
are all
time.
in the north central.
Lowest projected competition by 2024. So the fewer doctors, the better place it is to be.
higher pay you get.
Yeah.
Well, then that's not
exactly.
necessarily a good thing for the communities.
It's about the doctor, not about the community. Which more important? If
Well,
you're
I
a
was
doctor-
feeling good about Kansas being like number 7 until you said that.
Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Jamie Bloom, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. See you next week on Farm Factor.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com. Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agaminkansas.com.